Feedback you got from the NBA draft process?
It was good feedback. Definitely what I was expecting to get. It was just about me maturing and my reads on the court as far as like ball screens and stuff, staying a consistent shooter and stuff like that. It was definitely good feedback though.
For you, what was the decision for you to come back to school? What was the reason you decided to come back to school? And was there a specific range you were hearing if you would have gone if you stayed in the draft?
So really just me having a conversation with my family, my coaching staff, people that in my inner circle, just helping me out. I just felt as though me coming back another year would put me in a way better position, being able to mature more as far as on and off the court and ball screens and stuff like that, shooting, being consistent. Just me taking another year out, just going back into it, I feel like I'm gonna have an advantage, going back into it for the next year.
For you went from VCU to Florida State, had a huge scoring jump, just all of your production went up, and you're under, the guys of Leonard Hamilton, who has a bunch of NBA alumni, Devin Vassell, Patrick Williams, Malik Beasley. And speaking of Patrick Williams, similar body type as you, is that, something that you factored into you going to Florida State and something that you take away from Coach Hamilton, that, he gets results that leads the guys getting to the NBA?
Yeah, I mean, I always seen about, like, Florida State and their style of play. I know they kind of, like, are big on, like, the big guards and they push their wings as far as, like, people being, like, versatile and stuff like that. So me coming into it, I just knew it would fit me well, their style of play, Coach Hamilton, the way he likes to play, it just fit me well. So me coming over, it just was a no-brainer for me. So as long as I just go out there and play my heart out, like whatever happens is gonna happen. So I'm not just putting too much pressure on myself.
What's your most overlooked skill or underrated skill that people need to pay attention? I hear you talking a lot about defense, reading defenses, and just being a better defender. But what is the skill that you think people are going to notice this year?
I would say passing. Really, just getting other guys going, and I feel like the more I get other guys going, it's gonna come back to me.
And for you, what's an area of growth so far? Obviously, we saw scoring this past year, but an area of growth that you think has helped you become the player that you are today?
I think I hang my hat on just playing defense, guarding the best guy, but something that's gonna like stand out, that has to stand out this year, really my rebounding. Just getting stops, racking up stops, finishing it with a defensive rebound.
You entered the portal. What was that like when you entered the portal?
Talking to Coach Ham throughout the whole process, the NBA process, him just telling me whatever decision I decided to make, he was going to be behind me with it. So me coming back was like a no-brainer for him.
So what was the intention of entering the portal in the first place?
Just to like get a feel for it, have all options open. With the year that we had, I just wanted to keep all my options open as far as like, even if I thought about coming back, which I did.
Somebody you would consider a role model or somebody you look up to that maybe you take influence from?
I would say my parents, for real. Like they, just seeing them work every day, just kind of motivated me, and it got me to the position I'm in right now. I would say my hometown as well, Trenton. Just the area we grew up in, it kind of pushed me to be who I am now. It's kind of molded me to the man I am today.
And for you, is there any NBA players or guys you watch a lot of film of that you try to emulate or mimic?
I would say defensively guys like Herb Jones, Jaden McDaniels, just the 3-and-D guys that come in, fill a role, guard the best guys, and just hang their hat on defense.
Do you pay attention at all to like the rankings or the mock drafts or any of that noise?
I would say last year I did a little bit, but I really don't. It really like doesn't matter because I seen like the guys that got drafted, they were nowhere on the boards where people had them on the mock draft. So that kind of stuff really doesn't matter. It really like depends on the work you put in.
And going off of that, do you think from the feedback you have, do you think it's going to be I guess, a better decision? Do you think you're going to be the guy who can go in the first round and surprise people?
I feel like as long as I work hard and just go as hard as I can, I could put myself in any position I want to be in. So me just playing my hardest, going out there, giving it my all, making sure my teammates know that I got their back. I feel like I could be a first rounder, even getting into the lottery pick. For
I got to go off of that. What's something that you feel like is a skill that is going to be the most translatable to the NBA day one?
Day one, I think I'm a plug and play guy as far as like me just being able to knock down shots and like guard multiple positions. That's gonna get me on the court like immediately. And as far as like just plus like my pluses, I would say just me being able to get extra possessions like rebounding and stuff. Like I said, just hanging my hat on rebounding. Steals, deflections, anything I could do that'll help me besides just being a 3 and D guy is going to be a plus for me for real.
That's a great mindset to have right there. Just do all the dirty work,
Yeah.
And everything else is going to fall into place.
Yeah.
But you're a guy, again, 6'7", and the NBA is becoming more positionalist.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be either a shooting guard, small forward,
Yeah.
power forward. If someone told you what position you're going to play, or if you could play any position, what do you feel most natural at?
I would say shooting guard, small forward.
Sweet man.
Just being able to be like on the taller side of things at the 2. We could go with a big lineup. Even though if you got a 6'7" shooting guard, that's gonna be kind of big. Yeah, like being able to rebound and push. Like that's everything. That's what I think that the NBA is translating to for real.
And for you, man, you're a guy who can run some DHO action, secondary playmaking. You talked about that one for you. How do you think about today's game, about being able to, like you said, be a guy who can impact defense but also still be efficient on offense? What's your thoughts on only guys being one way but being a true two-way guy?
I just think it depends on how much work you put in, for real. You can be whatever you want to be, for real, at the end of the day. Me being a two-way guy, it kind of like my journey, it kind of led up to being a two-way guy, because I would say my younger self, I used to be really skinny, so being physical kind of didn't work for me at a young age, because everybody was kind of a little stronger than me, or they was smaller, so they would get underneath me, so I had to kind of learn how to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say coming into high school, I kind of grew into my body a little bit, kind of started to get stronger, started to hang my hat on defense, kind of play a little bit of big man. I was tallest on the team at one point, so I was jumping ball and I was bringing the ball up, so it was kind of a little different. But coming into college is when I really got my wake up call, because everybody's talented, everybody's strong, so I kind of had to find my ways, and that's kind of where I got to finding how to do the dirty work and stuff, just getting extra possessions and stuff at VCU, diving on the floor, getting loose balls. That's kind of how they play over there. So it kind of just molded me into the position I'm in right now, just being a two-way guy.
No, completely. With that being said, is there a guy that you would a pro comp you have?
Pro comp, I don't really think I got a pro comp. I kind of leave that to the internet and people like that. I wouldn't kind of compare myself to anybody, for real.
No, completely. And one of my last two questions is, who's your top 5 all time?
All time, I want to say Kobe, big Kobe guy. Jordan, Bron, KD's my favorite player, and I'm gonna go with Shaq.
And to follow up, who's your GOAT?
My GOAT, I would say KD.
Sweet.
Way he plays makes the game look so easy, and it's really not. The way he makes it look is really nowhere near as easy as he makes it look.
I've never seen someone hit those elbow jumpers he does, dude. Those dribble handoffs where he grabs it off there, and every single time he swings his hip, it just seems like it's
kind of like he's working out, but it's actually a game. He's working out, he's just getting up shots, but it's a game. But it looks like a workout.
No, and the other thing, the crazy part about him is he's been doing the same thing consistently
Yeah.
for so long. Like, he was shooting threes before it was like the thing to do, you
Yeah.
know? So it was wild. But hey, man, best of luck. Can't
Appreciate
wait to
it.
see you, man.